when did you fall in love with like women in hip hop? And that song that you just heard was Big Four by, is it Flo J?
I think it's Flo J. Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I was like, let me tell you this. I don't know shit about basketball. I am not the girl who knows anything about sports.
That's
I do know who she is because she was trending all over Twitter. For like a couple times actually, she was trending all over Twitter because I think she was like the first like rapper or the first female rapper to like I don't know if she won America's Got Talent or something, but there was an accomplishment because I saw her freestyling on America's Got Talent. Did you see that?
Really? I didn't see that. I didn't know she was on America's Got Talent.
I'm like 99% sure that was her. It might have been someone else. But then again, I saw her because of her basketball team like won
the national championship this past year.
Right. And everybody was really upset about that.
Yeah, it was a colorism thing, but
for sure.
But no, I think we also talked about her before because she did a freestyle on, I think it was like maybe an Atlanta like hip hop station. But yeah, she's been on it. Like she's signed to Rock Nation, I believe.
Really? I did not know that.
Yeah, she's signed to Rock Nation, and so she's like in a really cool position because she's like a student athlete, but also has like, this contract where she's able to, make music. And she was saying how she owns like all of her masters and everything, and the way that she looks at being signed to Rock Nation as is almost like an internship in a way.
That's so fucking funny.
Because she wants to own her own record label one day. So I was like, that's awesome.
I kind of love that. Like, go off. Anyway, what did you think of this song?
Oh, I thought she ate. She's good.
Oh, she did. She definitely ate.
But one thing you will notice, I've been watching some of her videos too, is that like she doesn't curse in any of her raps.
I did notice that.
Yeah, so she said that she wanted to make music that her grandmother could listen to, basically.
Oh, I know. Love that. Let's see how long that lasts.
I was about to say, there has to be I'm sure there will be a crossover at some point, but that's what her platform is right now.
I get that. I totally get that too, because she's like an athlete,
Yeah.
And not just an athlete, but a student athlete. A really famous student athlete. And I feel like they have this like extra pressure and weight and spotlight that's put on them, especially these athletes who are in like the national like eye, like the public eye, and like I feel like they just have all this pressure to always do and say the right things,
especially with sponsorships. Like since they are what is it, the NIL or something like that?
Don't know what that means, but I know that they
but she's signed to Puma. Like she has like she's one of the highest paid. Her and this Angel Reese, which is her teammate.
I remember. I know her name.
They're like one of the highest paid like student athletes right now. Like they're getting to a bag,
which is crazy because I thought student athletes couldn't like make any money. Like
more recently, they have. I think within the last year or two, they are able to use their likeness to be able to get sponsorships now.
It should have been like that from the start, because that shit is kind of slavery, low key.
Yeah,
because the school be making all types of money off of their ass.
Millions,
but these motherfuckers ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. Okay, but good for her.
Yeah, but shout out to her. She's
I fuck with this song. I really do fuck with this song.
Me too.
I really and then she also had that other song that was going viral on TikTok.
The Put It On The Flow remix.
Yeah. She had that, and it was like going viral on TikTok. And like I said before, it's really just our girls who are going viral on TikTok. Hello everybody.
Yeah, hey.
Welcome.
Hey y'all. We don't get into it.
Welcome back to another episode of Where My Girls At. I would like to make a retraction. I'd like to take back the words that I said, because I have been listening to Put It On The Floor.
Rip me out the plastic. I've been acting brand new.
I would like to eat my words from the last episode.
That song goes. Lotto is hot.
I changed my mind. I love that song so much. Like, I just like, she's like, let me pop off. Lead a club, sloppy drunk, come home and get my rocks off. I'm like, oh my God. Like, I just love her. You know what else? I think I changed my mind about the Princess Diana remix too. But here,
really?
with an addendum.
Okay.
I don't think what I didn't like about it, like, I don't think the thing that I disliked was Nicki's verse. I think it was just all the ad libs that she did at the end. It was so cringy to me. I was like, I do not like this.
Yeah.
But you know it's going viral on TikTok right now. And it kind of like made me listen to the verse differently. And I'm like, I mean, like, it's Nicki Minaj. Like, she's gonna eat. Like, that's not in question. But I was like, I kind of love this verse, you know? I think what I said about it not being special still stands. Like, in my heart of hearts, that still stands. I don't think it's very special, just because I feel like I'm always going to feel this way. I'm going to stand firm in this, that when you do a remix, you actually should do a remix. You know what I mean? Like,
right. There should be different verses on this. Yeah.
Different verses, different melody, different, like, give me different something, you know, not just like another artist thrown in there. And I'll say that until I'm blue in the face, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
But that was just on my mind, and I was like, I gotta say this. I gotta let her know.
Thank you for your thoughts. Thank you for your thoughts. We appreciate it as a council.
Yes.
But no, my opinion still stands about the Princess Diana remix. But yeah, put it on the floor though.
Yeah,
it's out there.
She kind of ate. She really did that. She really is doing the damn thing right now.
She's on one right now.
Like we fucking said, you know. But you know what? It's okay, because there will come a time when people will recognize that we are like trend forecasters here, okay?
Listen, actually, shout out to the girl who made that thread about us on Twitter.
I saw that. I was like, that is so sweet.
That was super sweet. That like definitely made my day. Like,
it really did.
Y'all paying attention?
Like, oh, I love that you listen to this. But how are you? What's going on? Guys, Brie got her hair done.
Listen, if you get braids in, you know I'm going on vacation. I was at work. And I like came in the next day with braids, and like this other black girl came up to me. She was like, "You're going on vacation, huh?"
You're going on vacation? You already know.
I was like, "Yo, stop."
You already know.
I'm good though. I'm excited.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Mexico, and I'm going to Bimini. So I'm doing a cruise. It should be lots of fun.
I've never been on a cruise. Have you ever been on a cruise before?
Yeah. So I did this program called Semester at Sea. So Shermie and I did it. Well, at different times. At different times, but like we did the same program. But I was on a German cruise ship for about a whole semester, like 4 months or so.
Wow.
But
did you know it?
Oh, it was the best time. Like,
so cool.
I mean, when we were on the ship, you know, we were studying, taking our classes, but when we docked in a country, we were able to explore and see what else was out there.
That's so cool.
So this will be my first cruise, not education-based, I guess.
It's going to be triggering for you to be back in the...
a little bit, but, you know, it's going to be fun. It's adults only.
I love adults only vacations.
A nice drink package. So,
love that. Are you going with your boyfriend? I was just about to ask. You going with your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Is this the first vacation?
It is.
That's gonna be so much fun.
So I can't wait to have like pina colada in hand, be by the beach, and just enjoy like sailing at sea. So
when you go on the cruise, you said you're going to what? How many places are you going?
Just two. I'm going to Mexico, and then I'm going to Bimini, which is like a Caribbean port.
Yeah. And so how long are you going to be docked there in Mexico?
Only for a day, I think.
And
so,
okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to like explore or like eat there and like see stuff.
Exactly.
That sounds so amazing. I don't have another vacation for like 3 months.
Okay. So, but you're doing Renaissance. You're doing the Renaissance.
Well, that's in August.
Okay.
I'm going to Renaissance after my vacation. I'm actually taking like the last 2 weeks of August, like just off, because I'm going to be in London. Then I come back from London, and then I go to Vegas.
Oh, word. Okay.
So yeah, it's gonna be very exciting. But I wish I was on vacation right now. Like, I'm thinking about like just renting a car and like taking a day trip to Santa Barbara just because I need a break.
Yeah, you definitely should. It's like, it's getting that time. I'm realizing I got my braids in.
Yes.
I'm starting to care less about spending money.
Okay.
And I'm like, that's how I know the summer is here. That's how I know.
Child. Wait, so I went to a Lil Wayne concert on Saturday. Let me tell you. Okay, so I was super excited about this and then we can get, this is the last thing, and then we can get into hot topic. I was so excited about this fucking concert. Like, I have never seen Lil Wayne live.
Okay.
And like, so I've always wanted to see him live in concert. Like, when I think of rappers whose catalog that I know so well, because like Lil Wayne, he raised us. Like, are you kidding me? I think of two rappers come to mind of whose songs that I know just bar for bar, or maybe three. And it's funny because they all have one thing in common. And that is Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Wayne. Like, I think if it's Young Money, if I go to their concert, I know all the words. Totally. So it just so happened that my friend got tickets, and then she texted me, or her roommate got tickets. We're all friends. And they were like, general admission, like, tickets. So this is like floor tickets or whatever.
Oh, nice.
So I was super excited. I'm like, damn, like, I get to go see Lil Wayne, because I had been thinking about going to the concert, but I really didn't want to spend the money. You didn't pull the trigger yet. I was like, I didn't do it. And so I show up, I get there. It was like, they said it was supposed to start at 8. I knew it was going to start at 8. Like, come on. So I do get there at 8, because I'm thinking, okay, there's going to be an opening act. Like, when I go to concerts, I do like to watch the opening act. Because like,
you never know.
I want to get put on to new music. Like, that's how I, like, that's how I discovered, like, or not discovered, but that was like how I first heard Smino and Raven Lenae, was because I went early to a SZA concert and they happened to be opening up for her. So I am not a type to miss an opening act. There was no opening act. It was a DJ, and I was like, okay, fine, fuck it. He's playing the hits. Yeah, I'm vibing. I go get a drink. I buy a fucking t-shirt. T-shirt was $40, but I was like, fuck it. It's Lil Wayne. Like, I'm gonna buy this shit. I'm hyped. Mm-hmm. My friends get there, so I get there 8. My friends get there around 9, and I'm like, that was probably smarter, because the venue that he was playing at, I live right down the street. It's like 10 minutes away. Gotcha. I should have stayed the fuck home until like 9. My friends get there at 9. We're all just in there vibing to the music or whatever. And my friend was like, you know, he's not coming out on stage until 10:30. I said, there's no fucking way he's gonna come out at 10:30. I said, there's no fucking way. He's gonna come out like 9:45, like 9:30, 9:45, because the concert was gonna start at 8. This nigga didn't get on stage until 10:30. Now, when he hit the stage, and it had to be a little bit after 10:30, if I'm being honest. Yeah. He had no opening act. When he hit the stage, oh my God, hits right out the gate. Like, I mean, back to back to back fucking hits. I am screaming my head off. Like, my voice is hoarse. I'm like, I cannot believe it. This is Weezy F Baby. I'm seeing him in the flesh. Then maybe 20, it could not have been 30 minutes. It had to be like 25, 26, 27 minutes into the concert. He's like, I want to introduce you guys to some of my artists. And I was like, the fuck? In the middle of your set? But I'm like, okay, we'll call it an intermission. Fine, fuck it. I gotta pee anyway. So he brings out like Lil Twist, who I know, and then two other Young Money artists. I had no idea. People have been here for hours, like, waiting for you to come on stage, and he comes out, brings out these fucking artists. So of course, niggas is gonna go use this as the opportunity to go to the bathroom, go get another drink, go buy a t-shirt. Like, so of course, we weren't there, because you could have put them on the stage in the 2 hours from when the concert started, but he didn't do that. So he comes back out on stage and throws a fit. He said, we not finna bend over backwards for these people. I said, nigga, what? Are you kidding me? I have never heard of this person in my life.
Right, what am I supposed to do here? I came here,
let the beat build, and you send out these motherfuckers in the middle of a set. You haven't even done a full half hour. He set the mic down on the stage and then stormed off like a bitch. I said, wait a minute. Is he joking? I was like, is this part of the show?
That's insane.
I was like, and then they turned the house lights back on, and I said,
oh no.
Oh, this is not part of the show. Like, he for real stormed off because we didn't give a fuck about those artists. And I hate to say we didn't give a fuck about them. When I tell you they were whack, they were whack as hell.
Yo, yeah, they should have coordinated a lot better than that.
I just don't. I don't get it. Like, why? There was a 2.5 hour period when he could have brought them out on the stage to perform.
That was their opportunity. Because it's like, you had them captured because they still hadn't seen you.
I was so mad. Cause I was like, damn, we were vibing.
Yeah.
And he's like, the crowd is not fucking with me. I was like, not from what I see and what I hear.
Yeah.
Like, everybody seems to be having a great time, but I was mad as hell. I was mad as hell. I was like, I want to return this fucking t-shirt. I didn't. But I was like, I should just return the fucking t-shirt. Like, are you kidding me, nigga?
Dang. I'm sorry that was your Lil Wayne experience.
But then I saw, like, people were tweeting about it, and people were posting on TikTok about it, and people were like, yeah, he do this shit all the time. I said, what? I wish I would have said something. Now, listen, I didn't pay for the tickets.
I was like, there was no harm, no foul.
Fine, I spent, like, maybe, like, less than $100, because I was drinking and, eating and whatever. Fine, fine. I'm not that upset. But I was like, damn, like, I was so excited to see him, you know? And then he kind of just really disappointed me. I mean, it's not that he wasn't, like, good on stage, but he really disappointed me.
No, I feel that.
So that's that. That was my experience of seeing Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne experience.
But yeah. But let's get into some hot topics.
Yeah.
I feel like so much has happened, even like since. But then also just like a whole lot of nothing has happened. But this first thing, I just think this is like the craziest like thing that is happening during this 50th year of hip hop celebration. Mm-hmm. Missy Elliott is the first female rapper to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm. Did we talk about this last episode? Right?
We talked about it, but it wasn't official.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't official. Like, she was nominated.
Oh, she was nominated.
But now it's official.
Now it's the real thing.
It's the real fucking thing.
Nice.
That, I just like... It's too crazy to even think about, to even fathom. But it's like, who, if not her, then who?
No, you're right. I mean, I think you have it here. If it wasn't her, Lauryn Hill, for sure.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing. I just looked it up. I looked it up a couple days ago about who should be next. Mm-hmm. And these are some people who are eligible. Lauryn Hill isn't eligible until August of this year.
What is the eligibility like requirement?
Like, I think it's like 25 years, 20 to 25 years. Let me actually look that up.
It's like a certain like you have to release a certain amount of albums. Do they have to go platinum or
that is a good question, and I did not look it up.
I feel like that's valid to have those type of like requirements. Like, it's the best of the best,
especially if it's like a Hall of Fame,
right?
Where it's like when I think of people who are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, it's like you fucking Jay-Z, Bob Dylan, Tina Turner, The Temptations. Mm-hmm. Like, okay, so this is what it says. Okay, so all I see, artists become eligible for induction 25 years after the release of their first record. Oh. So, a nomination committee is composed of rock and roll historians, selects names for the performance category. So singers, vocal groups, bands, and instrumentalists of all kinds, which are voted on by roughly 500 experts across the world. And this includes academics, journalists, producers, and others with music industry experience. And then they also use block approval voting, which with the nominees who receive the most votes, and they have to get 50% approval. So every year, only about 5 to 7 people are inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, gotcha. And like some other people who are in it, like Elvis,
right,
James Brown, Little Richard, like Ray Charles. Like, these are like big fucking names, people who've been very, 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 very influential on music industry. And it just makes sense that it would be Missy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it definitely, the math is mathing,
Yeah.
and we couldn't be prouder. I think we talked about like similar to what I think I said last episode is just like it's nice to see people get their flowers, and especially
Yes.
women in hip hop, especially
Yep.
while they're here.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
don't think we have a lot of opportunity, or we haven't had a lot of those opportunities. So
No.
I'm glad that she's getting the flowers that she deserves.
So other people who are eligible or will be eligible soon, like I said, Lauren Hill,
Hmm.
Salt and Peppa, MC Light, Queen Latifah, they're all eligible. And then Lil Kim, oh, and Roxanne Shante also eligible. Lil Kim,
Hmm.
I think is eligible or will be eligible like soon. Lil Kim
Hmm.
will be. Or no, I think she's eligible. That's 1996. So
Who?
Lil Kim. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she either is or will
Probably in
be
the next
very
2 years.
soon
In the next couple of
the
years.
next year. Like
Hmm.
she should be eligible. But that's amazing. So I think if they are going to, I think Lauren Hill should be next. I
I
think
agree.
Lauren Hill, I think Lil Kim, like I think Queen Latifah, like those should Salt and Peppa, I think there's an argument for them. But you know, in MC Light, I also see there being an argument for MC Light, but I see why people wouldn't vote for MC Light. Like she doesn't have as much
Like a
commercial
love.
appeal
Hmm.
in these days. Like I feel like this, you know, generation kind of knows her as like the BET announcer. And don't even realize, and people don't even realize like MC Light was the first female rapper to ever get a plaque for
Hmm.
any of, and I believe she was the first female rapper to release like a full album, you know, like an
Hmm.
album. And I could be wrong about that, but if she wasn't the first, she was definitely one of the first. So like, don't sleep on MC Light, like, cause she keep a job. One
She
and
does keep a job for real. I
and
saw her
two,
on like a random ass show, like a drug show,
and
and
I
I was
bet you
like,
did, cause one thing she
I
gonna
was like, what are
do,
you doing here?
Darnell, is that you? But one thing about MC Light, she's going to keep a bag. She's going to keep a bag.
Right, right.
So that's interesting, but I do agree.
Hmm.
I think Lauren Hill should be next.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mona Leo, pregnant.
Yo, I think her, Kiki Palmer, are wearing pregnancy really
Oh my
well.
god, she looks so adorable. Every picture she releases, I'm like, this girl's about to pop. She is so tiny, but
She
so
is so
adorable.
tiny.
So
Yeah.
she performed on the Color Show,
Mm-hmm.
of a new song, Sober Mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple days later, she announced her first ever project, and I did not realize that this is her first ever project. But this is
Yeah, that makes sense.
her first ever project, Where the Flowers Don't Die, will be released on May 26th, which is next week.
I'm
Um,
excited.
I'm excited too. I'm a little bit like, I just feel like since Beating Down Your Block, she has changed so much as an artist.
I agree. I agree.
And I feel like she's had a lot of hits, a lot of
Hmm.
misses, but she has grown so much as an MC. And I'm
Hmm.
just like, I wonder where her head is at for this
I was,
project.
yeah, I was thinking the same thing because I feel like at least some of the more recent music that she's released, the ones that I like the most have been the ones that have been more introspective and more
Yep.
reflective.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she's gone through some changes in her own life in some ways. So I think when an artist is able to like be honest in their emotions and you can really feel that in the music, I think that's really fun. So I'm interested to hear what kind of music. I definitely think there's going to be like, some type of we not humping type of music.
Oh,
But,
there
like,
better be.
you
Or I
know
will riot. There fucking better be.
but I think it'll be a good mix. How many tracks do you think it'll be?
I feel like she didn't say it was an album. She said it's an EP. I feel like people will do any amount of tracks these days and call it an EP. Personally, what I think she needs, I feel like we just need like a good 7 or 8 tracks.
I was about to say 8. Yeah,
Like,
8 is cool.
10, I feel like that's where my cap is. Like, you don't need more than 10 songs, Mona Leo. Like, you
Right,
have
keep it
some
in the vault.
hits. You have some hits, like some songs that are very, very popular and they stick
Mhm.
like grits. You don't need
Mhm.
more than 10 songs because you need just a couple more and we're gonna see where you go with it. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, I'm excited to like hear this project. I will say I'm a bit nervous just because like I feel so protective of her. You know, because like we've been talking about her since the beginning.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years.
We've been talking about her since before Beating Down Your Block even blew up. You know what I mean? And so I feel just so protective of her, and I want so much for her and for her career that I'm like, if people don't like this, I might be personally offended. And
right, I'm a riot.
I might get personally offended. I'm gonna be like, girl, get behind me. Because they're not going to come for you, okay?
Right. Like, not right now.
You know what else I hope? I hope that there's a new Flo Milli like feature. I hope there's a Flo Milli feature.
I could see that.
Because they are homegirls. Like, they seem like they're very close. So I hope there's a Flo Milli feature on this.
I wonder if there's going to be a Kinda Man.
Ooh, what makes you say that? Are they friends?
Houston link up.
Houston, that's a good one. That's true. I feel like who else could she link up with then from the South? Like, oh my God, I feel like if she linked up with Meg, like that would be so interesting. But Meg just doesn't seem like she
does not seem like
she's putting the music right now. Like, so I'm not even that's wishful thinking. It might be interesting. Her and Ken the Man. I could see her and Libra Jolie. Like, I could see those.
Yeah, I could see them. Yeah. I would like that.
That would be very interesting, and that would be very cool for Libra too, because it would be like a cosign for her, like a really good one, I think. But that's interesting, and I'm excited. I can't wait to hear it. Speaking of albums, Young Miami was on Jason Lee's show, but you know what? I forgive her. Everybody does dumb things. You should come on this show.
She should come on this show. I would love to talk to her.
We would have the best time, okay?
It would be all jokes,
all jokes, and it would be wonderful. Like, I just love her. But she says the new City Girls album is coming in June or July. And this is now like the third or fourth time that she said this album is coming in June or July.
I know.
And JT has kind of gone ghost on social media a bit. And so I'm kind of like, are they for real?
Are they in the stew?
Are they in the stew?
Are they in the stew? Are they cooking up the song in the summer?
Is it about to be a City Girl summer? Are we getting Twerkulator Part 2? Like, I don't know, but I fucking need it. I really do need it.
I'm ready. I don't know. Like, Young Miami has also been in her bag. Like,
deep
in her bag.
Okay.
And like, I don't know what it is. Like, she's just like, her personality, her like the way she talks to people. I think her obviously like her lyricism has started to get better as well. Like, I don't know, she's deep in her bag right now.
I just think she's leveled up so much in every way, and she seems just like so locked in to like making her career better and advancing like just her whole brand, you know what I mean? And I respect the hell out of that. And I also like, I get it, you know, like you got kids, it's go time, you know, who knows how long this shit is gonna last for anybody.
No, so, you're right.
Why not get to the bag now, okay, and stay in it.
Period.
So yeah. Oh wait, so do you want to talk about the Met Gala? It was so long ago.
Yeah. I mean, like, we could talk about how weird Doja Cat's outfit was.
Did you not like it?
Oh my God. The fact that she was like meowing at like people, like she was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not answering. I'm a cat. I'm really a cat.
She's so fucking funny. I thought it was hilarious that she would do some shit like that. I feel like the outfit was pretty, you know, it was cute, but it felt like pretty basic. You know, I feel like the cat part of it was what was the draw, was the fact that she, and of course she went as a fucking cat. Like
it makes sense. Who
else but her? Cardi ate per usual.
She looks good.
When it comes to fashion, when it comes to the rap girls, Cardi is it right now. Like, she is our fashion girl, okay? She is it. Ice Spice got invited, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, like 6 months into her career, and she's getting invited to the Met Gala.
Industry plant.
You know what?
Industry plant. Think about it.
Oh my God.
Listen, my conspiracy girlies,
oh my God, I'm not gonna.
How else?
I'm not gonna entertain this. I'm not gonna entertain your fucking conspiracy theories anymore. The dress, we gotta talk about the dress. It was ugly.
No, I did not like her dress at
The
all. I
dress was
thought it
ugly.
was very simple, and I don't
You know
know.
what it reminded me of? Like someone who was going to prom would wear. Like if she was going to her high
I
school
feel that. I
prom,
feel that.
like I feel like she's like that girl who said she was gonna eat up the whole USA on at prom. Did you see that on TikTok?
No.
Okay, so there was this girl, she was talking about, it was trending all over my TikTok. I can't believe you didn't see this. Like this girl was like, she's about to eat up the whole United States with her prom look. She was teasing it for days. There was this girl, she was wearing gloves at school so nobody could see her prom nails. Like it was deep.
Oh.
And then it came the day of prom, and they said somebody like stole her dress, or like something happened to her dress, or the dressmaker lied and the dress was ugly. It was
Oh
ugly
my
and she was
god.
crying, she was sad. I felt so bad for her, but
Oh,
people was really in her comments like, because she got on TikTok crying, she was like, y'all, more to come later, but it got ruined. And people, like verified people on TikTok were like, girl, what happened? Are you still gonna eat us up? Like we've been waiting
we're
for
waiting.
2 hours. We've been waiting for 2 hours. I feel like that's what Ice Spice is giving this Balmain. Like
Yeah.
it was not.
It
It
was
was,
not. It was not giving anything
but you know what?
special.
She's just not like a like. She's very. I feel like her fashion is very like one note. You know. And
Yes.
that reminds me of like how Meg was at the beginning of her career. Like the looks were
Mhm.
very much all the same vibe, very similar, very focused on like showing off her shape, you know,
Yeah,
not really, you know, getting deep into like couture or designer
I can see
really,
that.
and very focused on like labels. But I think what Ice Spice needs is time, you know, to grow and to mature her look.
Hmm.
Um,
That's fair.
so yeah, so there's that. Now, Miss Nikki, Miss Minaj has gotten on the internet and has said that the new album is coming, which like we've heard before, but
Sure.
this is actually what she said. She tweeted this. She said, because somebody said something like, if this woman don't start talking about fractions, remember her song Fractions?
Yeah, yeah.
Like hello. And then she said, oh yes, Fractions warned. Super Freaky Girl did what Fractions warned. Red Ruby the sleeves mothered so hard and is now the standard. And Nicki Minaj 5 is the best thing that will come out of 2023 and will
Oh,
raise the bar to new and unreachable heights. Nicki Minaj 5 tour will be hailed as genius. That's it and that's all. What are
oh.
your thoughts?
It would be really dope if this album was like, I'm thinking about like the Carter albums. Like
Mm-hmm.
what if this is something that like really cements like her legacy of like, I don't know, being able to keep up with the times. Like I think an artist that like stands out in my mind, super random, but like Usher is
Hmm.
like timeless.
Yeah.
Like he has been able to transcend time.
Let me
And
ask
I'm
you
like,
this though,
hmm,
since you bring up Usher. Off the top of my head, I can name 3 Usher albums
hmm,
that are musical, like magic
hmm,
classics. Can you
hmm.
name 3 Nicki Minaj albums that are the same?
No, not three.
We can name one.
I could name one,
We know.
but I don't think she has three.
No.
So if this album is something special, I don't know. I guess I have high expectations for her, but I
We
also
always do.
I yeah, like but I don't know, like again with her features, I feel like they haven't been to the quality of what we grew up listening to on like
I
in the
agree.
2010s, you know what I mean? So I hope she spends some time reflecting and like
Yeah,
getting deep in her bag
I
back
hope
to like
so.
what she was used to,
Yep.
but I don't know, we'll see. What do you think?
I think it's interesting that what you said about like this being the thing to cement her legacy, because I feel like that's what I thought and what she seemed to say that Queen was going to do, you know.
Right,
And
right.
she made it seem in all the, you know, the lead up to it and the hoopla that she caused, that Queen was going to be her response to like, oh, Nicki Minaj is over, she's washed, like she can't keep up with the new girls. She made it seem like that was what it was going to be. And I feel like when it comes to Nicki Minaj, she often overpromises and underperforms with her albums.
Yes,
So we're
yes.
always expecting it to be a lot more cohesive, a lot better, have a lot more hits, have a lot better beat selection, have a lot better production, have a lot better bars than her one-off singles are, but it often isn't, when
I
it comes to
agree.
her.
That
You
was a
know?
good way of putting it. Over promising, under delivering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like I want that from her. I want that for her. I'm not gonna be like, oh, like she's over and she's done, because like, she's Nicki Minaj. She can, in fact, keep up if she wanted to.
Right, and we're still going out of our ways to listen to her, to hear her out.
Exactly.
So, like, she still has our ear.
But I'm just like, do I want to be fooled again? Like,
I do not want to look like Boo Boo the Fool again.
Okay. Because didn't she say that too about the Queen tour? But then she had to cancel the whole tour.
Because it wasn't
COVID, selling. Right? No, it wasn't selling. It got canceled before COVID. I'm talking about the tour that she went back on, the last tour that she went on. And she was supposed to tour. Remember, she was touring with Juice WRLD, rest in peace.
Oh, yeah.
And she had the European tour, and then she was supposed to come to the US, but the tickets weren't selling. And then we were seeing videos from this tour, and everybody was like, oh, that's why the ticket's not selling. I was like, so, and I feel like I've never seen Nicki Minaj live. I would love to see what she actually is like as a live performer, because I get a lot of like the videos that I see, and I don't like to trust like videos that are just taken from like iPhones when it comes to like the full scope of a performance,
Yeah.
But from what I see, Miss Girl is not, the performer, like a performer who's going to put on a show. And I don't mean that in the way that she can't, because like her catalog alone is going to captivate the audience.
Yeah.
But it's like, what other effort is there being put into like your stage presence? I feel like from what I see, like that's something that she's lacking is in the stage presence. But I would be interested to see what it's like for real, like what it's like in person.
Same.
So Cardi B also says a new album is coming. She lying.
She's so lying. Oh my
Girl,
god.
all you do is lie.
Just be a mom. Just be a mom, okay? I get it.
And she wants to be a mom. And you saw the little.
Oh my god, her kids are so cute.
The way they look exactly alike.
I know.
I know. Kids look exactly alike.
I just often think about sometimes too, like Cardi B and like Sweetie are like the same age, and they're living two different lives.
Completely different lives. And honestly, at that, Cardi B and Meg are like basically the same age, and they just live completely different lives. She is a mother of two, stepmother to 3 other kids. Like, it has a husband. It's like I'm just like, this is crazy that she's literally our age, is like a mama with kids, like husband and every fucking thing.
Yeah,
girl, she said the album is lying. She lied. Yeah. She said the album is lying. See, I just don't trust her. I have trust issues. I would love to hear it though. I would love to hear it. I think she's scared.
I think so too. I mean, I think she definitely has music in the vault, and it's just like, when does she want to release it, feel comfortable? And I think also like just riding off the wave of like invasion of privacy. It's like, because people are obviously going to compare and see how it levels up. So I don't know. I hope she gets over that soon, because we want to know.
I want new music from her. I think it's interesting that you talk about that, because I felt the same way listening to SZA's latest album. I was like, I can tell by listening that some of these songs are years old.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't want Cardi B to like suffer the same thing. You know what I mean? Of me feeling like some of these songs are stale, because you probably recorded them around the same time or directly after Invasion of Privacy. And the world and your life and your status have changed so much. So I want to hear new shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear nothing like what she was releasing. What the fuck is that song? Hot Shit? The one with Lil Durk?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Kanye,
Hot garbage.
Yeah.
Hot garbage. Don't fucking want it. But if she
y'all can keep that.
If she wants to release something that's like WAP, that's like up, that's like, these one-off singles that she's doing, fuck it. I'll take it. Okay.
Yeah.
I will take
Give us
it.
a little 2-piece, like what Drake does, like the little packages.
Yeah,
like give us a little
just
2-piece.
Like 1 or 2 songs for the summer.
Yeah,
you know, just call it. You can call it an EP if you want to.
Right.
You can call it whatever the fuck you want. Just
Yeah,
give us a little something.
something.
Just a little taste. Just a little taste to hold us over. No, I'm going to skip over this because we're going to talk about her.
Okay.
Erica Banks has joined the cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
And I don't know how I feel about this.
I think this is the place for her to be.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But it's just like the stuff that goes on these shows is just so ridiculous.
I haven't watched it in years. And honestly,
I haven't watched it in a minute.
I feel like it's gotten more ridiculous since I saw it.
I'm sure it has. I haven't watched it in a couple of years either, but I don't know, man. I'm interested to see what type of role she's going to play with the cast.
It's just gonna be so. I'm not gonna watch it, obviously, but
I'm probably gonna watch it now.
I feel like I'm gonna see viral clips that are going viral because I'm on that version of TikTok.
Side, yeah.
Like I be seeing the shit. So
listen, things could turn for her. I mean, like what's her name? Light skinned Keisha is on Power.
Is she?
Yes.
Oh, see, I don't watch Power. Yeah. I'm not into like the whole universe, the 50 Cent universe. But good for her, because she started on on Power.
She's not on Power, I don't think, but definitely light skinned Keisha, and you know she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta too. So
did not know that.
Maybe it's a springboard. Yeah, she was on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
I feel like this is like what people go and do when they're just like, fuck it, I don't know what to do with my career next. Because remember, Baby Tate was on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood.
Yep.
With that nigga, what's his name?
Guap Daddy.
Guap Dad 4000.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Played her.
Oh my god. But fuck, she's way miles ahead of him now at this point. But yeah, so she's doing that. Ice Spice was on the cover of Billboard, and they called her the People's Princess of Rap. And in the article, she kind of just said like a bunch of the same things that people say, but she said she did say something interesting about how like she owns her masters and she's not currently in any deal, and she's like, you know, the one who's picking all the beats, who's picking like all of the things, who's like you know, like she's very deeply involved in the process of like creating her song, and that there's no A&R or anything involved in that. Let's go back to this this People's Princess of Rap thing.
It seems, I think it's all too early. I think they're putting too much on her too early.
Yep.
And also, why her? You know what I mean?
Well, not you know why.
I mean, yeah. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, you could have easily said this about Doja Cat, let's say. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think it's too soon. I feel like somebody said this. I feel like somebody said this once, and then they just like kind of repeated this.
It was Nicki who said it, and that's why. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It was Nicki who said it, and that's why. But honestly, like, yeah, you're the queen. I just feel like you don't get to choose. I'm sorry. I feel like we get to choose, and it's not her. I'm sorry. It's not her. Mm-hmm. It's not her, Nicki. I know. You think your cosign means the world, and it's not that a Nicki Minaj cosign doesn't mean anything, but I feel like cosigns in general in this day and age, like Ice Spice was on before she had your cosign.
Right.
Like she had that viral hit. Fucking like TikTok, the internet has made it so that you don't need a cosign from a huge artist to go number one or to be discovered, quote unquote, or to do all these things. So I just like it's way too soon to call her the People's Princess of Rap, but it's just interesting. And this goes back into the conversation that we already had about colorism and, you know, the kind of life that it affords certain rappers, that it was her that you called that. Because, you know, I feel like there's so many things that there's so many people who you could say this about. There's Doja Cat, there's Meg. You could even say that about Cardi. You could even say that about JT. You could say that about, like, I feel like you could say that about many more people before.
Who are more established,
who have albums out, who have, like, hits, who've shown they have the longevity, who just, like, I feel like who have proven themselves more than Ice Spice has. And this isn't to say that I don't fuck with her. Because I love Ice Spice.
Of course. Silly girl music all summer.
All summer. I love Ice Spice. But I don't think she's the princess of rap.
Yeah.
I just don't. And we could talk about this, talk about this and really talk about what goes into it. But I think my thoughts are just it's not fair, you know? I just think it's really unfair I just think it's so difficult to be a woman in rap, you know? And to put in all this work and to be so deeply talented and to be so passionate about it. And then to have somebody like Ice Spice, and again, this is no shade to her.
Right.
But just blow up off of a song that, compared to some of the shit that these other women that we already mentioned have released, come on. It's not even in the same fucking league. You know?
Right.
And I get Nicki Minaj doesn't like half of those women. She's beefing with 90% of the industry,
90%
of the female rap industry right now. And so she would never give that title to any of them. But does that mean that they don't deserve it just because she doesn't like them?
Right. Yeah. I don't know.
I just think it's really interesting, and I don't want to get too deep into it, but
maybe something to explore at a later time.
I think so. I think we could. But let's move on to some fun facts that I learned that I kind of just wanted to share, because I feel like there's just been a ton of really positive. Well, there's one thing on here that obviously I don't find positive, but I knew that you would, so I put it on there. So speaking of Megan Thee Stallion has officially sold 5 million album units in her career. That means of all the albums, of all the singles, she sold 5 million. And that's not even counting the diamond records that she has. This is albums. 5 million albums in her career. Okay?
Let's go.
And Princess Diana, and this song just came out, 2 months ago? 3 months ago? It couldn't have been 3 months ago. Couldn't have been. Damn, was it?
Yeah, I was like...
Wait, was it 3 months ago when this came out?
I'm gonna look. It came out... The album came out January of this year.
Wow, that was 4 months ago. I feel like it came out yesterday.
The way that I be playing it, the way that it's on my rotation.
I swear to God, this album came out yesterday. Anyway, already, Princess Diana is the 5th best-selling download of this year. And you know what? Go Ice Spice, okay? Because I really think you can say industry plant all you want, but I really think that
she's producing some results. I get it.
And she just earned her 2 gold plaques for Munch and for In Her Mood, and these are her first plaques that she's ever received.
No, that's dope.
I love that. And Miss Doja Cat has been named BMI Pop Awards Top Pop Songwriter of the Year. I'm sure she did not like that.
We'll get into it.
And then this one, so Sweetest Pie by Megan Thee Stallion and Dua Lipa was also named the most performed song of the year by the BMI Pop Awards. Deeply strange to me. That
is kind of strange.
Was I don't know how, but okay. Okay. Despite not releasing an album in 2023, Doja Cat has already sold 500,000 album units in 2023. We are not even halfway through the year. And these albums that she claims she hates already fucking gets on my nerves.
Oh my God. She keeps it interesting.
Oh God. Okay. But and then I saw this as a rumor. We don't know that it's true, and God willing it isn't, but Doja Cat allegedly has a song with Jack Harlow coming out. And when I first saw this, I said, who the fuck is the target audience for this? And then I was like, oh wait, Brianna. You were the one person who enjoyed this group of people together.
I'm excited. That would be great. I think this would be great. Jackman, Missionary Jack, and Doja Cat. I don't know. I think it would be. think it would be cool.
I think if she is gonna do a song with Jack Harlow, it's interesting because I feel like they're gonna be like rapping. Like I don't feel like it's gonna be some like,
like her being a pop singer feature.
No, I feel like it's gonna be like Churchill Downs Part 2.
Ooh,
but in the reverse situation where Doja Cat is,
is the
lead
Jack's
artist.
The feature.
Jack's the feature on it. Like I feel like that's what it's if it's real, and God willing it isn't. I feel
Don't put that out there. I could see it.
I bet you fucking can. So Callie and Doechii just got their first ever entries on the Billboard Hot 100. Doechii came in at 98, featuring Bleep, that nigga, for her song What It Is. Mm-hmm. And Callie came in at number 54 this week for Area Codes.
Yo, this girl has put out so many versions of this song.
That's why, though. Yeah, it was so this would happen. Mm-hmm. But you know what? I'm not even mad at it. Because, like, I've been waiting. We said in fucking 2021, we put Callie on our freshman list. And Doechii. And Doechii. And it's like, they're finally getting their moment. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even going to be mad how the fuck they doing it. You know what I mean? Because everybody needs to be on to Callie. Like, everybody needs to be hip to her.
That's fair.
We need to be listening to Miss Callie, okay? She's fine as fuck. And she's putting out hits, and she can rap. Like,
right.
And Doechii, like I said, we already know.
No, yeah, Doechii's been in her bag.
Deep in her bag, okay? Mm-hmm. Deep in her bag. So I'm happy for them,
Yeah. Shout out to the girls. Shout out to all the girls and all their accomplishments.
Lakia up next.
I want more from her. I
don't know what we have to do, but I'm gonna make it happen before the year ends. I'm gonna make it happen. It's gonna be Lakia. Yes, I am gonna make it happen. I don't know how. I don't have a plan yet, but I will make it happen. Lakia, we are going to do something for you next, baby. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice some chickens, Azealia Banks style, and we are going to get you on that Billboard chart, baby.
Somehow,
some way. We are going to make it happen. Okay? So, let's talk about Doja Cat.
Yo.
I'm gonna read the tweet.
Right.
Deeply disgusted, but whatever. Planet Her, and this came out of nowhere. Let me say this.
Unprompted.
No one tweeted at her asking her questions. She just decided at 4:38 on May 9th that she would just cause
let it fly.
She would cause a riot. She said Planet Her and Hot Pink were cash grabs and y'all fell for it. Now I can go disappear somewhere and touch grass with my loved ones on an island while y'all weep for mediocre pop. So just fuck me, huh? Like,
yeah.
Fuck me.
I was a bit hurt. I'm not gonna lie.
What the fuck? And where did this come from? Like, why did she just decide to come out and say this?
Why did it feel like you found out Santa Claus isn't real? You know what I mean? That's what it feels like.
Like you wake up and you see your mama putting, like, what the fuck are you doing? Putting shit
on the tree.
Girl, you mean that nigga's not coming down the chimney? What are you talking about? But here's my thoughts on what she said. One, she's wrong. She is wrong. These are very clearly not cash grabs. I know what a cash grab pop album sounds like, and this is so well and intricately produced, so well written. The work that she put into the visuals, the work that she put into creating these moments, and the work that she put into these performances, the heart that she put into this work. I know deep in her soul that she does not believe this. I know that she just can't.
Yeah, I can't believe it either. I think, again, going back to the whole idea of, like, it's finding out, like, Santa Claus is not real. These were backdrop songs to, like, my summers. You know what I mean?
I just, like, can you name one song that you've ever heard that sounds like Need to Know? Like, she made that out of thin air.
Mm-hmm.
She made that out of thin air, and then to call it a cash grab. But you know what I think about Doja Cat as I look as I just become more of a fan, you know, and a bit of a
Mm-hmm.
Doja Cat scholar, if you will, if
Sure,
you
sure.
will. She
Mm-hmm.
just seems like the kind of person who is always chasing something that's in front of her. She seems like the kind of person where that feeling of accomplishment, that feeling of satisfaction in herself is always just out of reach. And so she will always look back at the work that she's done as
Mm-hmm.
unsatisfactory because I think she sets the bar so high for herself that what she releases once she releases something, she feels like, oh, I didn't hit it, you know? And so
Yeah.
she's always going to shit on her old work when she has something new coming out because she's always moving forward, you know? And she
Right.
doesn't ever
That's fair.
stop to take time to really reflect or appreciate the work that she did because she's never
Mm-hmm.
going to be satisfied with her work. She's just like, she's
No.
meant to be a tortured artist, you know? Like
Mm.
she does it to herself. She tortures herself.
No, that's fair. I think about it the same way as like athletes look about how they go about their game. Like even you could have like the best game, but it's like, okay, well, I didn't like score this amount of points or get
Yep.
these amount of assists in some
Mm-hmm.
type of way. And it's like the best type of athletes in that regard are the ones who always have their sights higher. Like their ball is always ever their bar is ever expanding despite being like at the top of their game and knowing that they're like surpassing folks. So I view it in the same type of way of like she just always feels like she has to go above and beyond and almost outdoing herself in a way.
I agree. And I hear what you're saying. And I do agree. Like, you should, as an artist, keep raising the bar. Like, I mean, look at Beyonce. Like, this is
Mm-hmm.
25 years into her career, and look at her. You know, I
Yeah.
think she just released her best album. And I feel
Mm.
like that's the track. And we said this before. I feel like that's the track that Doja Cat is on. I think the difference is that Beyonce can appreciate her
What
talent,
she did,
can
yeah.
appreciate how deeply influential and how deeply original her body of work is. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
it's just like it's sad, but you know, Doja Cat is she came from the SoundCloud era. She's a child of the internet.
Yeah.
She's a
Mm-hmm.
weird person. This is who she's going to be. I
Yeah.
do not take her tweets seriously. And I feel deep in the bottom, in the pits of my heart and my soul, that she does not believe this.
I think there are a few songs on those albums though that it's fair to say those were cash grabs
But you
though.
can say that about everybody's
That's
album.
true.
You can
That's
say
true.
that about any album. And
Yeah,
of
that's
course,
fair.
there are always going to be 1 to 2 to 3 filler songs because
Mm-hmm.
we know the more songs you have, the more likely it is to chart. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why Drake puts out these fucking double-sided albums of 30 songs. You know? Because he knows niggas is not going to listen to all 30 songs and fuck with all 30 songs. Like 3 of them are going to stand out and everybody's gonna fuck with it so heavy and keep playing it.
Mm-hmm.
And it just we know that it's a numbers game. I just
Mm-hmm.
like it's disappointing to me because what I want for her, what I want for all artists, is to like understand. I want them to practice like a bit of mindfulness and of just
Mm.
appreciating what you've created out of thin air in the present
Yeah.
moment, you know? Like the
Mm-hmm.
kind of work that Doja did with Planet Her, did with Hot Pink, even with Amala, I feel like was
Mm-hmm.
so worlds and worlds and worlds ahead of where pop music was. And I really
Yeah.
think she feel like she shifted it to where it's going and where it's headed since. And I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if people say that it is a rap because I think that rap and pop are so deeply intertwined now that you can't tell them apart.
Right,
You
right,
know?
right.
So
Mm-hmm.
so I'm just like I hear what she's saying. I get her being like I'm not satisfied with this. But bitch, what the fuck? Why you just slap me like that?
Yeah, like the whole like
Like, shit.
don't say that.
I was mad at her.
Right, yeah, don't make me upset because you're upset.
Like, can't you don't have a therapist, a diary, a group chat?
a diary.
Why the fuck you gotta come ruining my day? Okay.
Yeah.
I was listening to Get To It today at the gym, and I was like, that bitch.
I was like, this bitch hates this.
This goofy ass bitch. I can't stand her. I love her to death, though. I
Yeah,
just will not quit her.
I will not stop. I will not stop. That's for sure.
And listen, I'm excited for the new album.
Me too. Me too. It should be good. It should be good. I mean, hopefully. Hopefully she thinks so too.
She won't. Give it 2 years. She gonna be like, y'all, that was shit. I'm doing some new
Y'all
stuff.
Fell for it
Y'all
again?
fell for it again.
Dummies.
Dumbass bitch. You bald headed bitches. Y'all ain't shit. So yeah, that's that about that. We also have some new music. Do you want to talk about new music?
Nothing really stood out to me, I'm gonna be honest.
That's fair.
I don't think anything really stood out to me.
I want to hear your thoughts on Maya the Don's new song, Keep It Cute. Like, what did you think about that?
Did I hear this one? I think I missed this one.
I don't think you missed much. I liked it. It's fun. I think it's what I like about Maya the Don right now. Of the 3 songs that she's like officially released, I think it's very interesting the way that she's like growing in her skills as an MC, and I love to see that. So who knows? Maybe this time next year, Maya the Don will be having like a huge moment. You know, I don't think she's there yet. But I do see her growing more confident in herself as an MC. I see her skills developing more. I think
like the visuals are getting clear.
The visuals are cute. I think there is still a lot of work for her to do. I do not think 2023 is the year for Maya the Don to release an EP. Like, this is not it. You need to keep working at it. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that in the way of like,
that's fair.
I care. And I don't want to hate it. You know?
That's true.
What about the Mona Leo song? Ass Kicking.
Okay, I don't know if I necessarily liked the song that much, but the music video was super funny.
She's such a fucking goofy.
I thought it was really funny though.
So silly. She's silly as hell. I love the music video.
Just like playing up on her pregnancy and like, I don't know, like it just like it looked you all need to check it out. But it's like kind of like a 70s, right? Like type of theme.
Yeah, I would
and her like action. Yeah. Type. So it's cute though. I thought it was funny. I thought the music video
was really funny. And I was like, this girl is so goofy, so silly, and I just love that. And then what about the did you hear the Bad Bitches remix codes? With did you hear the Area Codes remixes?
Yeah, I heard I think 2 of them.
I think I only heard 2. But there's supposed to be 3. But I only heard 2 of them.
Yeah, I was like, I think there was 3 of them. They all sounded the same to me.
Exactly the same. So they sounded exactly the same.
Whatever the girl had to do. But no, I didn't see this one by Breezelyn?
Breezy. Is it? Look, I was saying Breezy Lyn. I could be
Breezy Lyn.
I could be completely wrong, but to me, when I see
Lola Brooks.
Okay. Lola Brooks. Oh, she ate. Like, I really like this remix. Okay. I really like this remix. I think you should definitely check it out.
Okay. I will take that.
I really like this.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Where My Girl's At, brought to you by Textured Air, a brand dedicated to celebrating Black girl culture, past, present, and future. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. It really helps. You can find us on Twitter at WhereMyGirlsAt2 and Instagram, WhereMyGirlsAt_TH. Make sure you check out our other podcasts, Does It Hold Up?, The Blacklist, and all the other content we offer on our website, textureddare.com. Until next time.